In 3 astonishing seasons, one man turned European football on its head. Zinedine Zidane, a rookie manager with no prior experience leading a senior team, achieved something no one believed possible. 9 major trophies, including an unprecedented 3 consecutive Champions League titles. But how did this happen? How did Zidane take a team facing doubts and inconsistency and transform them into one of the greatest dynasties in football history? This isn't just a story about success. It's a tale of redemption, brilliance, and breaking records that seemed untouchable. So, how did Zidane's Real Madrid break European football? Let's start at the very beginning. To understand the heights Zidane reached, we need to look at the struggles before his arrival. In the 2014-15 season, Real Madrid, under Carlo Ancelotti, looked strong but ultimately crumbled. Despite Cristiano Ronaldo enjoying his best individual season, the team failed to win a single trophy. They finished 2 points behind Barcelona in La Liga, were knocked out in the Champions League semi-finals by Juventus, and exited the Copa del Rey early. For a club like Real Madrid, where trophies are a standard, this was a crisis. What made it worse? Barcelona. The Catalan side wasn't just winning, they were dominating. Their MSN trio Messi, Suarez, and Neymar led them to a treble, including La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Champions League. Real Madrid fans were furious. The club had spent heavily on players like Toni Kroos, James Rodriguez, and Keylor Navas, yet the results were lacking. Meanwhile, in the shadows, Zinedine Zidane was quietly starting his managerial journey, taking charge of Real Madrid's B team. A club legend as a player, Zidane was learning the ropes, but few expected him to take the reins of the senior team anytime soon. After a trophyless season, Real Madrid decided to part ways with Ancelotti and appointed Rafa Benitez as head coach. The hope was that Benitez's tactical discipline could bring consistency to a talented but underperforming squad. However, the 2015-16 season quickly turned into a disaster. Despite flashes of brilliance like Ronaldo scoring 5 goals in one game, the team struggled for cohesion. The low point came in November, with a humiliating 4-0 defeat to Barcelona in El Clasico. The fans were outraged, and the pressure on Benitez became unbearable. Off the pitch, things weren't much better. In the Copa del Rey, Real Madrid embarrassed themselves by fielding an ineligible player, getting disqualified in the first round. By January, the writing was on the wall. Rafa Benitez was sacked. In a shocking move, Florentino Perez promoted Zidane to head coach. It was a gamble. Zidane had no senior managerial experience. Many questioned whether a legendary player could replicate his success on the touchline. The skepticism was loud, but Zidane didn't flinch. Zidane's debut as Real Madrid's head coach wasn't flashy. He quietly got to work, making subtle but impactful changes. One of his first major moves was giving Casemiro a starting role in midfield. Up until that point, the Brazilian had been a fringe player, but Zidane recognized his potential to bring balance to the team. The results were immediate. Zidane's calm demeanor and tactical adjustments started to pay off. Real Madrid embarked on a 12-game winning streak in La Liga, including a dramatic 2-1 victory over Barcelona at the Camp Nou, ending the Catalans' 39-game unbeaten run. Although Real Madrid fell just 1 point short of Barcelona in the league, they had rediscovered their identity. But the real magic came in the Champions League. In the quarterfinals, Real Madrid faced Wolfsburg and suffered a shocking 2-0 defeat in the first leg. The critics were sharpening their knives, but Zidane remained composed. In the second leg, Cristiano Ronaldo delivered a stunning hat-trick, propelling Real Madrid to the semi-finals. They eventually reached the final, where they defeated Atletico Madrid in a nail-biting penalty shootout. Zidane had won the Champions League in his first season as head coach. It was the start of something special. Despite the Champions League triumph, doubts lingered. Critics claimed Zidane's success was more about luck than skill. They predicted his lack of experience would be exposed over a full season. Zidane, however, had other ideas. Real Madrid entered the 2016-17 season with renewed confidence. Zidane added depth to the squad with the return of Marco Asensio and the signing of Alvaro Morata. He also began rotating his players more frequently, keeping the team fresh for the long campaign ahead. In La Liga, Zidane's tactical brilliance shone. Key players like Ronaldo and Ramos delivered clutch performances, and Real Madrid edged out Barcelona to win the league. It was their first La Liga title in 5 years. The Champions League campaign was even more impressive. After navigating tough matches, Real Madrid reached the final against Juventus. The Italians were defensively solid, but Zidane's side tore them apart. A 4-1 victory, featuring stunning goals from Ronaldo and Casemiro, secured Real Madrid's second consecutive Champions League title. Zidane had silenced the doubters. He wasn't just riding his players' coattails, he was the mastermind behind their success. By now, Zidane and his team were chasing history. No team had ever won 3 consecutive Champions League titles in the modern era. The 2017-18 season began with challenges. Ronaldo's suspension for 5 games disrupted the team's rhythm, and Real Madrid fell far behind Barcelona in La Liga. But Zidane remained focused on Europe. Real Madrid's Champions League campaign was nothing short of extraordinary. They defeated PSG, Juventus, and Bayern Munich to reach the final. Along the way, Ronaldo produced moments of pure brilliance, including his iconic bicycle kick against Juventus, which left even the opposition fans applauding. In the final, Real Madrid faced Liverpool. The match was full of drama. Liverpool's star player Mohamed Salah left the field injured after a controversial challenge by Sergio Ramos. Later, Gareth Bale, who had a tense relationship with Zidane, came off the bench to score one of the greatest goals in Champions League history, a breathtaking overhead kick. Real Madrid won 3-1, securing their 3rd consecutive Champions League title. Zidane had achieved the impossible. Zidane's success was about more than just star power. It was about how he managed his team. The midfield trio of Casemiro, Kroos, and Modric provided a perfect blend of defensive solidity, creativity, and control. The BBC trio Bale, Benzema, and Ronaldo delivered goals in the moments that mattered most. Zidane's ability to manage egos and keep his squad united was unparalleled. He rotated players strategically, ensuring everyone felt valued. His tactical adaptability allowed Real Madrid to thrive against any opponent, whether it required counterattacking brilliance or dominating possession. When Zidane announced his resignation after the 2017-18 season, the football world was stunned. Why would a coach walk away after achieving such unprecedented success? But Zidane's decision was as calculated as his tactics. He recognized that maintaining such dominance would be nearly impossible, and stepping away at the peak ensured his legacy remained untarnished. Cristiano Ronaldo's departure soon followed, marking the end of a historic chapter for Real Madrid. The team Zidane had built began to unravel, and while the club remained competitive, they could not replicate the magic of those 3 seasons. Zidane's influence on Real Madrid went beyond the trophies. He had instilled a winning mentality, a belief that they could overcome any obstacle. He also set a new standard for success in European football. Coaches, players, and fans around the world admired his ability to achieve greatness with elegance and composure. Zidane wasn't just a manager, he was an icon, a symbol of excellence both on and off the pitch. Zidane's Real Madrid didn't just win, they conquered. They defied expectations, silenced doubters, and set records that may never be broken. If this story inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible tales of football's greatest moments. Because legends like this deserve to be remembered forever.